Homestead Athletic coverage on our station.
Welcome back live to Homestead High School. We're just moments away from tip-off between the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A, the Homestead Lady Spartans, and the Warsaw Tigers. This is the girls' game. The boys are also playing tonight on the road at Columbia City, but unfortunately we cannot be in 2 places at one time. We do not have that game. Let's get into some starting lineups for this game. Starting with Homestead, it'll be the usual starters. Kara Geely leads the team in steals. Solaire Starks leads the team in assists and leads the team in three-pointers, made 34 on the season. And in the front court will be Haley Swing, Sydney Graber, and Liana Patterson, the freshman, 6'3", one of the top recruits in the country. Leads the team in points, rebounds, steals, blocks, and turnovers. Does average about 2.5 turnovers per game. Does lead the team in made shots and gets to the free throw line quite a bit. Only shoots about 55% from the line. And she was held to 8 points against Snyder last Friday, snapped a streak of 7 straight games, scoring 10 or more points. And moving on to the road team now, the Warsaw Tigers in the backcourt. It'll be sisters, I assume, Kenzie Ryman and Maddie Ryman. Kenzie, the sophomore, Maddie, the senior. Maddie leads the team in points, steals, turnovers, three-pointers, made, and field goals. And in the front court, it'll be Brielle Harrison, Mackenzie Sokol, and Kaislyn Krebs, rounding out the starting 5 for these Warsaw Tigers. 12-6 overall on the season. They played some really tough competition early on in the season, including, well, they played 2 of the only undefeated teams left in Class 4A, Crown Point and Penn. They lost to Penn by 4 points, and they lost to Crown Point by 13 points way back in November. So a lot has changed from this team. But Donnie, what are your keys for this game for both teams?
Well, for Homestead, I think if you have a solid offensive game and just do your thing on defense, they should win this one. But if they get called from outside, if it's a low-scoring game, I think Warsaw has a chance. The lower scoring it is, the better for the Warsaw Lady Tigers it is. They've shown the ability to compete with some top teams, only lost by 4 to Penn. Gave Crown Point a run for their money for a lot of that game. So I think Warsaw, they slow the game down, have a good defensive effort, don't allow any open shots for Homestead, and play a good, clean, fundamental game. I think they have a chance to stay with it. And if they keep it close all the way, anything can happen. Get a few plays your way, and you could find yourselves winning an upset.
This Homestead team is currently 7-0 at home as they play at home tonight against this Warsaw team. Warsaw 5-3 on true road games. They 1-1 in neutral games, in a neutral court, but 5-3 in true road games. They're just about ready for tip-off between the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A and one of the best teams in the entire state, the Homestead Lady Spartans, 19-2 overall in the season, 7-0 in the conference, and the Warsaw Lady Tigers 12-6 overall. As we are ready for tip-off, it will be Ayanna Patterson, the 6'3" freshman, to jump for the Spartans, and Abby Sanner to jump, and the tip is controlled by the Spartans. Geely has it. She crosses the timeline, kicks it out to Graber. Takes a 3, no good. Defensive rebound by Sanner for the Tigers. As Ryman takes it up the court for Warsaw, hands it off to her sister, Maddie Ryman. Ryman, top of the key, dribbles around, 0-0, 7:39 to go in the first quarter. Other Ryman has it now, Kenzie Ryman. Shovels it off to Krebs on the left corner. Krebs takes it back out. Over to Ryman on the right side. Ryman over to her sister, Ryman. Ball kicked around, knocked off Ryman's feet, was saved by Krebs. Ryman drives inside, takes it back out now. Krebs has it on the right side beyond the arc. Krebs, she drives inside, puts up a shot, and she is fouled by Ayanna Patterson as Kaislyn Krebs will go to the line for this Warsaw team. 0-0, 7:03 to go in the first quarter.
And Warsaw's going to have to shoot good at the free throw line this one. If they're able to get to the free throw line a lot, that'll help their upset bid. But in a game like this against a top team like Homestead, you can't afford to miss any points at the line.
Kaislyn Krebs makes the first free throw, now 10 of 15 on the season from the line. Second free throw up, and that's good. 2-0 Warsaw, 7:03 to go in the first quarter. Spartans have the ball now. Geely dribbles up the court, finds Starks, swing on the right corner, back to Starks. Geely way beyond the arc. Graber on the left side, back to Geely. Starks has it. Back to Geely. Graber on the left corner. Geely has it once again, picks up her dribble, finds Starks. 2-0, 6:39 to go in the first quarter. Warsaw leads over Homestead. Homestead really passing the ball around a lot. Starks has it, top of the key. Geely finds Patterson at the free throw line. Starks has it, takes a jump shot, no good. Defensive rebound goes to Harrison for the Tigers. Krebs has it now on the right corner. Krebs finds Ryman Takes it back beyond the arc. Hands it off to her sister, Kenzie Ryman, now at the Homestead Spartan logo. She finds Krebs on the right side, dribbles to the top of the key, drives inside now, kicks it out to Maddie Ryman, who drives inside herself. She puts up a shot, a wild shot, somehow gets it to go. 4-0, Warsaw leads over Homestead, 5:55 to go in the first quarter. Keeley finds Starks on the left corner. Starks finds swing down low, and a foul is called on Warsaw. So Warsaw leading 4-0, 5:46 to go in the first quarter. It was not a shooting foul. That foul was on Caitlin Krebs for the Tigers. That was her first. Homestead inbound under their own basket. Healy looks. She finds Starks in the left corner. That's no good. That was a three. Ball tipped around, eventually recovered by Ryman for the Tigers. She drives inside the paint. She puts up another crazy-looking shot. Hits the side of the backboard. Rebounded by the Spartans. That is Starks. Starks cross-court pass to swing on the right corner. Down low to Patterson. Patterson goes inside. Shot is no good. Defensive rebound goes to Warsaw. Ryman has it for the Tigers. She crosses midcourt. At the Homestead Spartan logo now. 4-0, 5:20 to go. Warsaw leads over number 2 Homestead. Ryman finds her sister Maddie on the right side. Gets a screen from Sander. Top of the key now, Ryman. On the left side for Krebs, who dribbles inside. Krebs puts up a shot. She is blocked by Anna Patterson, but they will call a foul on Patterson. So Homestead trailing 4-0, 5:06 to go in the first quarter.
I believe that is Ayanna Patterson's second foul, so the freshman, you can expect to head out of the game after that. That's not good for Homestead. Off to a poor start. Can't hit a shot on the offensive end, and Warsaw playing good basketball right now.
As Caitlin Krebs at the line, as it was a shooting foul on Ayanna Patterson, she checks out of the game. Riley Parker checks in. She knocked down the first free throw, so Krebs, the freshman, now up to 3 points on the game, knocks down the second free throw. 4 points in this one. Warsaw leads 6-0, 5:05 to go in the first quarter. Healy finds Starks near the Homestead logo, picks up her dribble. She finds Graber right inside the arc. Graber kicks it out to Parker, who just checked into the game. Starks has it now. Geely beyond the arc on the right side, picks up her dribble, finds Starks. Starks back to Geely. Parker has it. Thought about the shot, picked up her dribble. Geely finds Starks down low. Starks pull up jump shot. That's no good. Rebounded by Parker for the Spartans. Offensive rebound. Geely has it over to Starks, who drives inside. Now Starks puts up a shot. That's no good. As Warsaw gets the rebound, Sander has it. Hands it off to Ryman. Ryman, she tries to find Harrison down low. Ball knocked around as Warsaw leads 6-0, 4:23 to go in the first quarter. Homestead still scoreless in this one, nearly 4 minutes into the first quarter.
Homestead's got to get a basket here. They can't get anything going on the offensive end right now. They look really flat out there.
Keeley over to Starks on the right side. Swing has it on the right corner. They called a blocking foul, I believe, on Brielle Harrison for Warsaw. Personally, I thought that could have been called as an offensive foul on Haley's swing. She completely pushed off, but that was Harrison's first foul. Warsaw leads 6-0, 4:13 to go in the first quarter.
Homestead really looking stagnant on the offensive end of the ball right now. Coach Parker wants a timeout. Got to draw something up because right now 0 points isn't going to cut it, and Warsaw's playing some pretty solid offense.
For sure, 6 points for this Warsaw team. 4:13 to go in the first quarter over Homestead. Homestead has 0 points in this one. Ayanna Patterson had a checkout. She picked up 2 early fouls, and this is a Homestead team that averages nearly 64 points per game on the season. Warsaw doesn't even average 50, 49.4 to be exact. So far, they've shut down Homestead. They played very well. The last game for this Warsaw team, they beat Elkhart Memorial on the road 37-26 back on January 9th. So this team really knows how to hold teams to few points, and that's what they're doing for Homestead right now. They got off to a 14-2 start against Snyder. Homestead, that is, last Friday. So far scoreless about 4 minutes into this first quarter. As Homestead will get the ball under their own basket. 6-0. Warsaw leads 4:13 to go in the first quarter. Geely, she inbounds to Starks at the top of the key. Finds Parker on the right side. Back to Geely. Passes over to Parker. Passes to Starks. She takes a three. That's no good again. Homestead cannot hit his shot as Warsaw corrals the rebound. That was Ryman. 6-0, under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Homestead still scoreless. Krebs has it on the right side. Krebs guarded by Graber, now guarded by Parker. She finds Ryman. The team's leading scorer averages nearly 12 a game. Ryman, she kicks it out to her sister, Kenzie, beyond the arc on the right side. Ryman thought about the three. She finds Krebs on the left corner. Back to Ryman all the way in the left corner. Krebs has it now, top of the key. Krebs drives inside, kicks it out for Ryman. That is Maddie Ryman, the team's leading scorer. Maddie Ryman drives inside, tries to put a spin move on Geely. She puts up a shot, that's no good. Ball knocked around. Eventually, Starks gets it for the Spartans. Parker under her own basket. She scores the layup as Homestead scores their first points of the game. It took them about nearly 5 minutes in this one. 6-2, Warsaw leads, 3:08 to go in the first quarter. Tigers have the ball. That was Krebs on the right side, dribbles top of the key. Deep 2-point shot. Bullseye! As Krebs knocks down the deep 2-point shot for Warsaw as they extend their lead to 6 points. 8-2, 2:51 to go in the first quarter. As Parker has the top of the key, finds Starks, now Graber on the left corner. Back to Parker, top of the key. Homestead only 2 points. Graber, her own three. That's no good. Rebound goes to Harrison for the Tigers. 8-2 Warsaw leads, 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Ryman has it, top of the key. Passes over to Krebs on the right side. Krebs, she goes inside, she puts up a shot. That rolls around the rim, no good. Ball knocked around. Offensive rebound by Sander, and she scores down low for the Tigers. 10-2, Warsaw leads over number 2 ranked Homestead. 2:12 to go in the first quarter. Geely has the ball for the Spartans as a few players are about to check in for the Spartans. Graber goes down low, she scores for the Spartans. Their second basket of the game. Homestead now only 4 points, Warsaw 10, so a 6-point deficit for the Spartans. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tigers have the ball. Ryman, she finds Krebs on the right side. Krebs near the Spartan logo. She finds Maddie Ryman, the team's leading scorer, and leads the team in steals. Gets the screen from Harrison. She finds her sister Kenzie Ryman, who leads the team in turnovers, 2.4 per game. Kenzie Ryman, only a sophomore, hands it over to Krebs, the freshman. Krebs still beyond the arc, goes inside. She finds Ryman once again. Ryman thought about the three, picks up her dribble. Over to her sister, Kenzie. Ball knocked around, stolen by the Spartans. Haley Swing has it, wide open lane. Oh, she's actually fouled. She had a wide open lane, lost control of the ball as she is fouled, but she will go to the line for 2 free throws as Homestead trails 10-4, 1:15 to go in the first quarter.
Homestead still only down 6, been a pretty bad first quarter for them, especially on the offensive end, but they're still right in this one. And a couple free throws here, just a 4-point game, so Homestead just got to keep their composure and they should be fine.
Swing at the line, the team's best free throw shooter, and that one rolls around the rim as Homestead now up to 5 points, 10-5, 1:15 to go in the first quarter as Brianna Lucas and Grace Sullivan check into this game as Solaire Starks and Sydney Graber check out for the Spartans. Haley Swing, an 86% free throw shooter coming into this game, knocks down both of those free throws, so Homestead now only down by 4, 10-6, 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Warsaw leads over a 19-2 Homestead team ranked second in the state. Tigers have the ball, Krebs has it, on the right side, right corner for Ryman. Back to Krebs, top of the key. Krebs dribbles around the court, drives inside, picks up her dribble. She finds Ryman beyond the arc. Ryman, she tries to go inside, takes it back out. She finds Harrison, she puts up a shot. That's no good. Defensive rebound by the Spartans. That was Parker. Parker looks for someone to pass to. She finally finds Geely, left corner beyond the arc. Back to Parker, top of the key. 40 seconds to go. Warsaw 10, Homestead 6 in the first quarter. Sullivan, who just checked in the game, finds Lucas, who also just checked in the game. Parker a three for the Spartans. That's no good. Ball knocked around, fought for, and Grace Sullivan recovers it for the Spartans. Swing takes a mid-range jump shot, and she knocks it down. So Homestead now only down by 2, 10-8, 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tigers with the ball, that is Kenzie Ryman. She finally crosses the timeline down to 10 seconds to go. Hands it off to her sister, Maddie Ryman. Back to Krebs, down to 4 seconds. Krebs, she finds Kenzie Ryman, 2 seconds, 1 second, better get a shot off. She throws up a shot, and that's no good. At the end of the first quarter, Warsaw surprisingly leads over Homestead, 10-8, and what a first quarter that was.
What a first quarter indeed. I didn't expect Warsaw to come out like that, but they played great defense in that first quarter, and Homestead really just couldn't buy a bucket. We saw Solaire Starks miss a number of shots. Sydney Graber forced a couple, so it was really just a bad shooting first quarter for the Spartans. Were able to rally on defense, get a lot of stops down the stretch there in the first quarter, and the offense slowly got some points, so only down 2 entering the second quarter, and considering how badly they started, if I were Coach Parker, I'd be pretty happy right now, as it could be a lot worse.
For sure it could. Warsaw got off to an extremely hot start on the offensive end. They only end up with 10 points in that quarter. Homestead surprisingly only scored 8 points in that quarter. The last time, well, at least the last time that I remember they scored 8 points in a quarter, in the first quarter that is, was way back in November, I think it was, when they took on Carroll. They were down 13-8 at the end of the first quarter. They ended up winning that game 70-35, a 35-point margin of victory. This Warsaw team is, in my opinion, much better than that Carroll team they faced twice. They played them again in the SAC Holiday Tournament. They beat them by 30 in that one as well. But Warsaw with a 10-8 lead over Homestead. Second quarter play about to begin, 8 minutes to go. On the court for the Spartans, it is Sullivan, Geely, Swing, Parker, and Lucas. On the court for the Tigers, it is both Rymans, the sisters, Harrison, Krebs, and Sanner. Tigers have the ball. Ryman crosses the timeline, hands it over to her sister Ryman. Back to Ryman at the Spartan logo, guarded by Sullivan. Ryman has the top of the key, 10-8. Warsaw leads, 7:42 to go in the second quarter. Warsaw not afraid to slow it down on the offensive end. They only average about 49 points a game. Homestead about 64. Krebs has it, loses the ball, stolen by Geely for the Spartans. She goes in the paint, she puts up a shot, that's no good. Offensive rebound by Swing, and she scores again, as Haley Swing has scored 6 straight points for the Spartans. 2 free throws and 2 field goals, as this game is now tied at 10 apiece. 10-10, 7:15 to go in the second quarter. Warsaw has the ball. Ryman has it, hands it over to her sister. Back to her sister once again, Ryman, at the midcourt logo. Krebs has it on the left side. Homestead playing some kind of zone now. Ball knocked around, and head coach Lenny Krebs calls the timeout after Homestead tried something interesting there on the defensive end. He wasn't quite sure what that was. It looked like Homestead was going into some sort of zone, but the game is tied at 10 apiece, 10-10, 6:57 to go in the second quarter.
Homestead right now with a lot of momentum, having tied it up. Haley Swing playing very good for the Spartans right now, getting some opportunistic buckets. Homestead, if they can start knocking down some shots from beyond the arc, I think they'll be able to pull ahead in this one, but still a fight here at Homestead Spartan Arena. So very tough game so far, but Homestead definitely has seemed to have taken some of the momentum away from the Warsaw Lady Tigers.
For sure, 10-10, 6:57 left to go in the second quarter. Homestead and Warsaw are tied, as Warsaw has the ball on the sideline. Ryman inbounds to her sister Ryman at the midcourt logo. Ryman on the right side. She has it, the midcourt logo. She finds Krebs on the left side. Krebs' ball knocked out of bounds by Homestead Spartan, as Warsaw will retain possession. 10-10, 6:45 to go in the second quarter. Ryman's inbound for the Tigers. She finds her sister. Kenzie Ryman leads the team in turnovers, 2.4, only averages about 3.6 points per game. Krebs has it now. Not used to this Homestead defense. Warsaw not really sure what to do. They're just passing it around the perimeter, not really sure what to do with this Homestead defense, as I just mentioned. 10-10, 6:34 to go in the second quarter. Warsaw ball. Ryman has it. She crosses the timeline, picks up her dribble, finds her sister, Maddie Ryman, who leads the team in points. Back to her other sister, Kenzie Ryman. Krebs has it on the left side. Krebs back to Ryman, top of the key. Ryman cross-court pass for Krebs in the left corner, guarded by Geely. Takes it back out near the midcourt line. Ryman has it for the Tigers. As Ryman, she goes inside, loses her dribble. She finds Krebs on the left corner. That three is no good. Rebounded by the Spartan. Swing has it. She finds Geely. 10-10, 5:58 to go in the second quarter. Geely with the ball for the Spartans. She finds Parker on the right corner, who's double teamed. Hands it out to Geely. Sullivan on the left side. Parker on the left corner now. Sullivan, she finds Geely near the top of the key. Geely, she finds Swing. Back to Geely, over to Sullivan. Top of the key, picks up her dribble, finds Geely. Passes to Sullivan, who's at the top of the key. 10-10, 5:32 to go in the second quarter. Parker in the right corner now for the Spartans. Geely finds Parker. She takes a three. That's good! What a shot from Riley Parker, as Homestead has taken the lead over Warsaw. 13-10, 5:18 to go in the second quarter. Homestead doing a full court press now, as a foul is committed by Homestead Spartan, but a huge three-pointer there by Riley Parker for the Spartans. They lead 13-10, 5:13 to go in the second quarter.
Warsaw not able to do anything on the Homestead Lady Spartan defense right now. Perhaps a large part of that can be attributed to the noise that the band is making every time Warsaw touches the ball.
As Kendall Wayne checks into this game for Brielle Harrison. Warsaw ball as they trail Homestead now by 3, 13-10, 5:08 to go in the second quarter. Ayanna Patterson ready to check in for the Spartans as 2 early fouls. Ryman has it at the top of the key for the Tigers. She drives inside. She puts up a shot. Wild shot. Ball tipped around. As eventually Wayne has it stolen by Sullivan for the Spartans. 2-on-1. Sullivan passes to Parker down low below the basket as Parker scores again. 5 straight points for Riley Parker now. Full-court press out for the Spartans. 15-10. 4:40 to go in the second quarter. Spartans lead over Warsaw. Wayne has the ball in the right corner as it's knocked out of bounds as Solaire Stark, Sydney Graber, and Anna Patterson check into the game for the Spartans as Kara Geely, Brianna Lucas, and Haley Swing take a seat on the bench. 15-10, 4:37 to go in the second quarter. Homestead leads. I believe on a 13-2 run, right? Or 13-0 run. I think it was 10-2 at one point. Anyway, Warsaw ball. Ryman has it top of the key. Homestead still doing this some type of zone defense. Ryman in the midcourt logo, the Spartan logo, ends it off to Wayne. Guarded by Parker. Picks up her dribble. Cross-court pass, dangerous pass to Ryman. She recovers it. So Warsaw still with the ball. Ryman is holding it. This is to her sister. Ryman cross-court pass to Wayne. In the right corner, guarded by Patterson, the much taller Patterson. She finds Krebs in the right corner. Ball knocked around, eventually recovered by the Spartans. Patterson has it for the Spartans. She goes down low. She somehow puts up a shot and she somehow scores. I don't know how that was. She was losing her balance as Homestead now leads 17-10, 3:47 to go in the second quarter over Warsaw. Wayne with the ball for Warsaw. Krebs has it. Ryman takes her own 3. That's good. What a 3 for Maddie Ryman. Leads the team in 3-pointers made. That was her 26th on the season now. Homestead 17, Warsaw 12, 3:27 to go in the second quarter. Parker, another 3 for the Spartans. Bullseye! What a shot there by Riley Parker as the Spartans extend their lead. 20-13, 3:15 to go in the second quarter. Full court press out for the Spartans. Dangerous pass by Warsaw. Eventually recovered by Wayne right under the basket. She wants to take it back out. Ryman has it top of the key, hands it off to her sister. Maddie Ryman, a mid-range jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Sullivan for the Spartans. 20-13, 2:55 to go in the second quarter. Sullivan, cross-court pass to Parker, back to Graber, over to Sullivan, who drives inside, finds Patterson down low. Patterson puts up a shot. She knocks it down, so Ayanna Patterson, with 2 fouls, she had to sit out for a few minutes as make that basket there. 22-13, 2:39 to go in the second quarter. The Spartans lead over Warsaw. Tigers with the ball. Ryman cross-court pass to Krebs. Finds Wayne down low. She's blocked. Sander puts up a shot. She scores. So Abby Sander leads the team in blocks. The only player 6 feet or taller for this Warsaw team. 22-15, 2:20 to go in the second quarter. Spartans have the ball. Graber in the right corner. Can't find anyone. Finds Starks, top of the key. Parker on the left side now. Parker down low to Patterson. Finds Starks, who drives inside, puts up a right-handed shot, and she banks it off the rim, right under the basket. Homestead now by 9, 24-15, 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Homestead still out in their full court press as Warsaw has the ball. Maddie Ryman gets it across half court, gets it below the arc. Sander has it down low, just scored for this Tiger team. Ryman has the ball, top of the key, guarded by Parker. Krebs now with the ball. She finds Wayne in the right corner, back to Krebs. Ball knocked out of bounds by Riley Parker. Warsaw will still have the ball as Kara Geely checks into this game for Grace Sullivan for the Spartans. As Brielle Harrison checks into this game. And Haley Ship plays for Warsaw the first time in the game. She can't find anyone. She inbounds to Ryman. Ryman finds Wayne, who's at the top of the key. Cross-court pass to Ship. That was a dangerous one. Ship, she finds Sander down low. She puts up another shot. So Sander, the tallest player on this Warsaw team, they cut the lead to 7. Homestead 24, Warsaw 17, 1:22 to go in the second quarter. Spartans with the ball. Parker finds Geely, just checked in the game, top of the key. Parker, another 3. That's good! Parker with another 3. She's really slowed down on the offense the past few weeks or so. Really hasn't done much, but knocked down quite a few threes in this one. Homestead 27, Warsaw 17, 1:05 to go in the second quarter. Homestead at one point trailed 10-2. They're now 27-17, and timeout is called by Warsaw. Full timeout, and we're going to take it with them. So Homestead leading 27-17, 1:05 to go in the second quarter.
Homestead athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Moe's Southwest Grill, located at 6739 West Jefferson Boulevard next to Dunkin' Donuts Baskin Robbins. You can contact Moe's by calling 969-MOE's, or for catering, that number is 969-EATS. Moe's specializes in southwestern foods like burritos, tacos, and nachos with no microwave or freezers. You can visit Moe's online at moes.com. Thank you, Moe's, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Athletics coverage on our station.
And now, let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Lady Spartan basketball right here on the Point 91 FM.
Welcome back live to Homestead High School. The Homestead Lady Spartans ranked number 2 in Class 4A, 19-2 overall in the season, undefeated in the SAC, 7-0. Currently lead the Warsaw Tigers, who coming into this game 5-3 on the road, 27-17, 1:05 to go in the second quarter. And Riley Parker, I mentioned she's struggling in recent weeks for the Spartans. She at one point scored a season-high 22 points, which led all scorers on this Homestead team for quite a while. She got off to a slow start on the offensive end in the past few weeks, but has knocked down quite a few threes in this one. As Homestead has a 10-point lead, 1 minute to go in the second quarter. Warsaw has the ball. Ryman, she finds Ship, who just checks into the game. Ryman with the ball for the Tigers. Wayne double-teamed, finds Ryman, top of the key, picks up her dribble. Double-team once again. Wayne has it. She finds Ryman at the Spartan logo, down to 42 seconds. Homestead 27, Warsaw 17. Ball knocked around. Keeley almost stole it. Warsaw retains possession. Wayne has it on the left corner. She eventually finds Harrison, back to Wayne. Double teamed by Starks and Geely by the Spartans. Ball knocked around. Harrison, she finds Ryman, top of the key, down to 24 seconds to go. Homestead 27, Warsaw 17. Foul committed there on Solaire Starks. She was trying to get too aggressive, trying to steal the ball away. So Homestead still has a 27-17 lead, 19.3 seconds to go in the second quarter. Warsaw ball on the sideline. Wayne set to inbound for the Tigers. Wayne inbounds to Maddie Ryman, who leads the team in points, steals, made shots, and turnovers. Down to 13 seconds. Ryman with the ball for the Tigers. She passes to Ship. Ball knocked around. It was kicked. Ball violation. 8.7 seconds to go. Warsaw ball, 27-17 Homestead. Leads Haley Swing checking into this one for the Spartans as Ayanna Patterson checks out. So Warsaw ball shipped to inbound on the sideline. Warsaw ball, 7 seconds to go. Ship has it on the right corner over to Krebs. Ball knocked around. Ryman has it, top of the key, picks up dribble down to 1 second. Ship right corner three. She knocks it down at the buzzer. What a huge shot there by Hallie Ship as she cuts the Homestead lead to only 7 points, 27-20 at the half. And it was a game of runs as Warsaw got out to a really hot start, 10-2, I believe they led. Then Homestead, they led 27-17 before Hallie Ship knocked down that huge three-pointer for Warsaw to cut it to a single-figure game. And what a first half this was.
Yeah, it was definitely an up and down first half for the Homestead Lady Spartans. Started off really slow, couldn't get anything going on the offensive end. Played good defense both quarters, only held Warsaw at 10 points in each quarter. But the offense really came alive in that second quarter. A big reason for that, Riley Parker at 13 points right now. I believe she's hit three three-pointers, so she's shooting the ball very well in this one. And when she's shooting the ball well, Homestead's a completely different team because she can be their best knockdown shooter. And in a lot of games when Homestead struggles on the offensive end, the reason for that is because they don't have a knockdown shooter who's really on fire. But if Riley Parker can be that shooter, then Homestead is a completely different team.
So Homestead currently leading 27-20 over Warsaw after Hallie Ship knocked down a buzzer-beating three-pointer in the right corner was near by quite a few Homestead Spartan defenders. Somehow got the shot off right before the clock expired. So 27-20 Homestead leads over Warsaw at the half, and that will take us to the conclusion of the first half as Homestead leads 27. Warsaw has 20. When we come back, we'll take a look at the leading scores for each team, along with each team, with what each team needs to do differently in the second half. We'll also try to get a score update for the Homestead boys and Columbia City game if we can. So stay tuned. You're listening to the home of Homestead Spartan basketball, the Point 91 FM.
Homestead athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Arby's of Coventry, located at 5755 Falls Drive across from Zestos. Arby's is more than roast beef, with turkey, ham, brisket, bacon, and chicken tenders. Arby's has the meats. Arby's at Coventry is open for breakfast at 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. To find more information, find Arby's on social media and online at arbys.com.
Casa Italian Restaurants, family owned and operated since 1977, with 4 Fort Wayne locations: West Jefferson Boulevard, DuPont Road, Parnell Avenue, and Stellhorn Road. Featuring the Casa Bro salad, wood-burning brick oven pizzas, and over 30 pasta selections. Dine-in or carry-out available, or let Casa cater your next special occasion. Find more information at CasaRestaurants.com or by following Casa on Facebook and Twitter. Casa Italian Restaurants, a proud sponsor of WCYT Sports broadcasts.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Moe's Southwest Grill, located at 6739 West Jefferson Boulevard, next to Dunkin' Donuts Baskin Robbins. You can contact Moe's by calling 969-MOE's, or for catering, that number is 969-EATS. Moe's specializes in Southwestern foods like burritos, tacos, and nachos with no microwaves or freezers. You can visit Moe's online at moes.com. Thank you, Moe's, for supporting the .91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Athletic coverage on our station.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carry out by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the .91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
We all come together and stand together to serve our veterans. We invest in the latest technology.
We take the time to train the next generation of doctors and nurses. We work together to make sure we heal their bodies and their minds.
This is our mission. More than 300,000 of us working as one, together with families and loved ones. No matter where they live in this country, we'll be there.
We stand strong, united. Stand with us in caring for our veterans.
And now let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Lady Spartan basketball right here on the .91 FM.
Welcome back live to Homestead High School for this evening's girls basketball non-conference matchup. The Homestead Lady Spartans currently lead 27-20 over the Warsaw Tigers, and I'm not able to find a score update from the boys game as they take on Columbia City tonight on the road, but as soon as I do, I will try to be sure to let you guys know. I mentioned Homestead 27, Warsaw 20. A huge part of that for the Spartans was Riley Parker. She has really struggled in recent games. She at one point led the team in scoring through about 5 or 6 games or so, but was really quiet the past few weeks or so. She had quite a few three-pointers, 3 by my count, and what a start this was for this Homestead offense. After they started really slow in the first quarter, they got off to a really hot start in the second quarter.
It was really a great second quarter on the offensive end for the Spartans. Only 19 points, nothing mind-boggling, but still good enough to get the job done. Currently out 7 after starting off really slow, got down 10-2, but the offense really picked things up. The defense was solid throughout the first half. Nothing out of the ordinary for Homestead, but still just did their job, gave up 10 points either quarter, so Homestead has done enough to be up by 7 right now and has a good chance of extending that in the second half.
Homestead 7-0 at home on the season. Warsaw 5-3 in true road games. Warsaw 12-6 overall. Homestead 19-2 overall. Warsaw, they do have 6 losses, but 2 of those have come to the only 2 undefeated teams remaining in the highest class, which is Class 4A. They lost to 20-0. 20 wins, 0 losses, Crown Point. They're one of the top 10 teams in Class 4A by 13 points, which is a decently close one on November 17th. And a neutral court, they lost on a true road game by 16-0 Penn, who's currently tied with Homestead for number 2 in Class 4A. They're both ranked number 2, equal number of votes by 4 points on November 20th. So this Warsaw team really knows how to hang with the top of these teams in the state. And what have they done well to keep within a 7-point margin. They got off to a really hot start, kind of slowed down, but what have they done well to keep this within double-digit figures?
Well, they played pretty good defense. They did a good job staying out in front of the offensive player on Homestead, not allowing them to get easy points at the rim, except for a few occasions out in transition, but they did do a good job not allowing Homestead to penetrate much on the drive. So they forced them to take a lot of jump shots in that first half, and Homestead, for the first quarter, much of the first half really didn't do a good job of knocking down those jump shots. So defense for Warsaw forcing Homestead to play with as one of their weaker aspects of the game. So they're just playing smart on the offensive end. They've just done enough to hang around, gotten some buckets. They could play a little better on offense, but they're not a great offensive team, so they're not playing exceptionally poor for their standards.
And you have a scoring summary for both teams?
Well, for Homestead, they were led in scoring by Riley Parker. She had 13 points in the first half to lead all scorers. Second on the team was Haley Swing, who also contributed 7, so a very good half for the senior forward going to Grand Valley State. 4 points for Ayanna Patterson, the freshman. Got 2 early fouls, had to sit out for much of the first half, but she came in late, got 2 buckets. Solaire Starks and Sydney Graber also had 2, and then looking at the Warsaw Lady Tigers, they were led in scoring by both Abby Sander and Caitlin Krebs, who each had 6 points. Maddie Ryman, the team's leading scorer heading into this one, had 5, and then Hallie Ship, she had 3, the one three-pointer at the buzzer to cut it to a 7-point Homestead lead at the break.
Sydney Graber coming off of arguably her best game of the season in terms of points. It was her best. She scored 18 points against Snyder last Friday night. Her previous season high was 17 when she scored that much against Snyder in the SAC Holiday Tournament, so she's played very well against Snyder. Only 2 points in this one along with Solaire Starks. Her shot has looked really off in this one. She had a good game a few weeks ago, or actually a few games ago, I believe. She scored in double digits. She is tied with Riley Parker for scoring the most points in a single game by a Spartan with 22 when she scored that in the 68-61 overtime loss to North Central back in December. We mentioned Riley Parker. She has 13 points at the half. Coming into this game, her and Solaire Starks were tied with 34 three-pointers made. Surprisingly, they were both 34 of 100. You don't really see that a lot. A perfect 34% beyond the arc. Not the greatest shooting percentage, but Riley Parker currently only 9 points off her season high, which is 22 when she scored that on the road at Jay County when the team put up 91 points. They beat Jay County 91-41. Quite a blowout that was. Homestead's offense hasn't really scored that much since that game. That Jay County game was early on in the season. Homestead comes into this game currently on a 5-game winning streak. Warsaw only on a 1-game winning streak. Warsaw has actually played an SAC team. Their only win over the SAC team was Carroll. That was earlier on in the season. They didn't really schedule many games for SAC opponents as this Homestead team has dominated the conference 7-0. Currently, they can wrap up the conference with a win over Northside. Northside, one of the lower teams, I'll say, in the conference. They don't really have too many wins overall, so we're about to begin second half. Once again, Homestead leading 27-20 over Warsaw. This is girls basketball. The boys team is taking on Columbia City on the road. We do not have that game. I'm Matt Selfrick alongside Donnie Harmon. We're live from Homestead High School, and this Homestead Lady Spartan team, they beat Snyder last Friday. They play tonight, obviously, with Warsaw. They play this Friday with Northside, 5-13 on the season. Next Monday, they play a tough road game, Heritage Christian, 12-5. There's no broadcast for that one, by the way. That is next Monday. There is no broadcast. Then a week from this Friday, they take on Northrop on the road, and that concludes the regular season, and the postseason will start. In their sectional, we know it's basically them and Southside. The other teams are nowhere near the level of those two. As the second half about to begin, Homestead 27, Warsaw 20, 8 minutes on the clock on the third quarter. Spartans ball. Swing to inbound for the Spartans. She finds Geely. Geely finds Starks on the right side, back to Geely near the top of the key. Swing on the left side, loses the dribble, picks it up. Geely top of the key for Swing. Can't find anyone, back to Geely. Homestead 27, Warsaw 27, 44 to go in the third quarter. Starks has it. Swing top of the key for Geely. On the right side, Patterson at the free throw line does a spin move, fade away jump shot. No good. The shot is no good. Rebounded by Sander, the only 6-foot or taller player for this Warsaw team, as the Tigers have the ball 27-20. They trail 7:25 to go in the third quarter. Ryman has it for the Tigers. Ryman goes inside, picks up a dribble, finds Krebs beyond the arc. Krebs fakes a three-point shot, drives inside on Patterson. She puts up a shot. That's no good. Rebounded by the Spartans. Swing has it. Gives it off to Geely. Crosses midcourt. Cross-court pass for Starks in the left corner. Drives along the baseline. They will call a blocking foul, I believe, on Brielle Harrison as Homestead leads 27-20, 7:04 to go in the third quarter.
Homestead, they're able to keep the same pace and offense had in the second quarter. I think they'll be able to pull away in this with this one. The defense still playing great.
Ely inbounds to Swing for the Spartans. Swing finds Geely. Starks in the left corner. Graber has it. She goes down low. Geely left corner three. That's an air ball. That was too strong, and Krebs lost the ball. I believe she lost it on her own. They say that Homestead must have tipped it as they will somehow get the ball as they trail 27-20, 6:49 to go in the third quarter. Tigers have the ball as Ryman takes it up the court for Warsaw. Hands it off to Krebs on the left corner. Krebs, she passes over to Ryman, the team's leading scorer. Picks up a dribble. She finds Krebs in the right corner now. Krebs takes it back out. Hands it off to Ryman once again. This Warsaw team not afraid to slow it down. Ryman goes inside. She does a fancy move. She throws up a shot that was not a very good shot at all. She misses Sander. The offensive rebound, hands it off to Harrison. That shot was no good. As crazy sequence. They're not the best shot selection for Warsaw. As Homestead gets the rebound, and there is a foul called on Warsaw. That was Brielle Harrison. She picked up her second foul in about a minute. Homestead ball 27-20. They lead 6:13 to go in the third quarter. Geely takes the ball up the court for the Spartans. She has not scored in this one. Swing on the left side. Passes to Starks, who passes to Geely. She finds Graber down low. Graber tries to put up a shot. She puts up a shot. That was no good. Gets her own rebound. Graber, she's blocked by Sander. Sander with the rebound. She hands it off to Ryman. Tigers with the ball, only down by 7. 27-20, 5:45 to go in the third quarter. I believe no one has scored in this quarter. Yet about 2.5 minutes in. Krebs, she finds Ryman. Holds the ball, gets a screen from Sander. Ryman takes it inside. Goes back outside to Harrison. Krebs has it. Krebs beyond the arc now. Calling out a play. Not really much urgency for this Warsaw team. Is dribbling around. Krebs steps into a three. That's no good. Ball tipped around. Swing has it for the Spartans. She crosses midcourt. She continues to push it. She goes down low. She throws up a shot, hoping to draw a foul. There was no foul called. Ball fought for on the ground. As Warsaw recovers it, Harrison has the ball for the Tigers. She finds Ryman. Ryman gives it off to her sister, Kenzie. Back to Maddie Ryman now. She dribbles top of the key, guarded by Geely. Over to Krebs. Ball knocked around. Patterson is going to get it for the Spartans as she goes all the way across the court, and she scores down low. As the first points of the third quarter are scored nearly 4 minutes in, about 3.5 or so. 29-20, 4:43 to go in the third quarter. Homestead leads. Ryman with the ball for the Tigers. Crosses the timeline. Gets a screen from her teammate, still top of the key, guarded by Geely and Starks. Picks up her dribble. Bounce pass over to Krebs on the right side. Hands it off to Harrison. She puts up a mid-range jump shot. That's an air ball. Rebounded by Patterson for the Spartans. She wants to push in transition. Patterson goes down the court. She just scores under the basket with ease. Another basket for Ayanna Patterson. 31-20. The lead is now for the Homestead Spartans. 4:10 to go in the third quarter. Ryman with the ball for the Tigers. Krebs has it on the right side. Krebs gives it off to Harrison in the right corner now. Step back. Picks up a dribble. She finds, passes to Ryman. Ryman goes inside, puts up a shot, gets it to roll around on the rim. So the first points for Warsaw this half. 31-22, 3:50 to go in the third quarter. Homestead leads. Starks has the ball for the Spartans. Over to Geely, top of the key. Right side for Graber, down low for Swing. Swing goes along the baseline, kicks it out to Starks, who drives inside along the baseline. She puts up a shot that rolls around the rim. No good. Gets her own offensive rebound, and she scores under the basket. Solaire Starks has struggled in this one, now up to 4 points on the game for the Spartans. 33-22, 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Tigers with the ball. Ryman has it. Ball knocked around by Graber for the Spartans. Graber stole it. Crosses the timeline for the Spartans. Stark steps into a three. That is no good. Didn't look good when left her hands as Graber tried to get the offensive rebound, but it went off her hand as Warsaw will get the ball. Lucas and Parker check into this game for Starks and Graber for the Spartans. 33-22, 3:16 to go in the third quarter. Homestead leads.
Homestead continue to play great defense. Only 2 points for Warsaw in the second half, over halfway into this third quarter.
Ryman with the ball for the Tigers. She goes Inside picks up her dribble now, out to her sister. Cross-court pass for Wayne. Sander has it, off to Ryman. Tries to find her teammate, Kaitlin Krebs, as Haley Ship checks into this one for the Tigers, as Kaitlin Krebs takes a seat on the bench. Homestead ball, 33-22, 2:53 to go in the third quarter. Spartans have the ball. Geely takes it up the court. She finds Parker in the left corner. Back to Geely, top of the key. Swing on the right side. Out to Parker on the right corner. Lucas has it down low. Geely over to swing. Parker, you know she wants to take another three. Has hit 3 of them in this game already. Lucas mid-range jump shot. That's an air ball. Rebound goes to Wayne, and Warsaw has it. Wayne pushes in transition. She's completely rejected by Patterson. Patterson barely had to jump on that one, the much taller player, as ball actually went off of Wayne. So Homestead ball, 33-22, 2:24 to go in the third quarter. Not the best offensive game for the Spartans, but they currently have an 11-point lead, which will do. Geely hands it off to swing, down low to Lucas, who just airballed a jump shot. Parker has the top of the key, left side for Geely. Lucas has it, mid-range Haley swing, mid-range jump shot. That's no good. Defensive rebound goes to the Tigers. That was Sander. Ryman with the ball now for the Lady Tigers. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Homestead 33, Warsaw 22. Warsaw not afraid to hold the ball. Kenzie Ryman has it. Gives it to her sister, Maddie Ryman, who leads the team in points, steals, and turnovers. Ryman tries to pass inside, ball stolen by the Spartans. That was swing. Geely takes it up the court. Picks up her dribble. She finds Swing, who drives inside, kicks it out to Parker. You know she wants to take another three. Geely takes a three-pointer of her own. That's no good. Offensive rebound to Lucas. Lucas finds Patterson down low. No foul call. Patterson gets her own rebound again, down low, right under the basket. She puts up another shot, and that's no good. No foul was called there. Very surprising, as Homestead still leads 33-22. 1:20 to go in the third quarter, as Grace Sullivan and Solaire Starks check into this game, as Kara Geely and Haley Swing take a seat on the bench, as Audrey Grimm checks into this game, as Kenzie Ryman checks out. Audrey Grimm hasn't played much in this one at all, only averages about 1.7 points per game on the season. Homestead 33, Warsaw 22, 1:15 to go in the third quarter. Kenzie Ryman crosses half court, guarded by Sullivan and Parker. Out to Wayne. Ryman has it now. She passes to Wayne on the right side. Homestead doing this zone defense. Now man-to-man. Harrison has it in the right corner. Cross-court pass, top of the key for Ryman. She takes a three. That's no good. Off the side of the rim. Starks gets the rebound, just throws it up to Lucas. Starks has it now. Coach Parker yelling to push in transition. Starks goes inside, kicks it out for Parker on the three. Left corner three. Oh, it's no good. That would have been her fourth one of the game if she had knocked it down. Offensive rebound goes to the Spartans. That was Lucas. I believe is a foul was called. Foul was called on Warsaw. Brielle Harrison. Homestead up 33-22. 37 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ayanna Patterson takes a seat on the bench as Sydney Graber checks in for the Spartans. Brielle Harrison takes a seat on the bench as Abby Sander checks in for Warsaw. Spartans have the ball under the basket. Starks a right corner three. That's no good. Starks has not found her shot today. Defensive rebound goes to Warsaw. Foul is going on Sydney Graber, I believe. It is on Sydney Graber. So Warsaw will get the ball down 33-22, 31 and a half seconds to go in the third quarter. Homestead leading, currently an 11-point lead. No one has really scored in the past few minutes. Warsaw with the ball. Ship has it on the right side. Ship cross-court pass to Wayne. That was a dangerous one, guarded by Sullivan down to less than 20 seconds. Ship has it on the right side. Warsaw likely holding for the final shot of this third quarter. Ship knocked down a buzzer-beating three-pointer at the end of the second quarter. Can she do it again? She loses the ball out of bounds. Just couldn't handle it as Homestead ball, 8.4 seconds to go in the third quarter, 33-22. Lucas to inbound for the Spartans to Sullivan. Spartans have about 8 seconds to go. Ball inbound. Sullivan has it, crosses half court, picks up her dribble, can't find anyone. She finds Parker, who goes inside, mid-range jump shot. That's way off, as Warsaw will not get a shot off. As at the end of the third quarter, Homestead 33, Warsaw 22, and correct me if I'm wrong, Warsaw only scored 2 points in that one, in that quarter.
Homestead had a very poor offensive quarter, scoring just 6 points. But fortunately for them, they had a great defense quarter. Warsaw just 2 points in the quarter, couldn't hit any shots, couldn't hardly get a shot off. So not a good offensive quarter for Warsaw, but still within 11 points. So if they start getting some shots to fall, and Homestead has another bad offensive fourth quarter, they could work their way back into this one, but it is unlikely right now, down 11.
So the Homestead girls currently lead 33-22 at the end of 3 quarters. We have a score update on the Homestead boys game. Homestead 16, Columbia City 13 at halftime. A much lower scoring game than was anticipated. Homestead only a 3-point lead at the half. Kind of surprising. They only have 1 loss on the season. Very good. They were ranked 7th in the Class 4A in the most recent rankings that came out today, but only up by 3 points right now to a much lesser Columbia City team.
A little surprising. You expected Homestead to at least score a little more than 16 points and a half, but the defense is obviously playing great as always. Giving up just 50 or more points to 2 teams this year. One of those teams just scored 51, so Homestead's defense really elite. Now up to 7th in the Class 4A, Homestead. Not a great half, though, obviously, only scoring 16 points. That's very surprising.
That'd be a huge loss for the Homestead boys team to lose the traveling trophy in a game that we don't even broadcast. We don't even get to witness the saddest event in history. But back to the girls' game action. Warsaw has the ball. Ryman has it. Double teamed by Parker and Sullivan. Cross-court pass for Ship on the left side. Homestead 33, Warsaw 22. 7:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Ship has it on the left side. Passes over to Ryman. She passes to Kendall Wayne, the sophomore. Ball knocked around, as they say, it was tipped out of bounds by Homestead, so Warsaw will get the ball 33-22, 7:34 to go in the fourth quarter.
Warsaw still just 2 points in this half, can't do anything on this lengthy Homestead defense.
Ryman finds Ship. Ryman at the Homestead Spartan logo. She finds Wayne, the 5'7" sophomore guard. Wayne on the right quarter is guarded by Parker by the Spartans. Ryman has it. Drives inside, kicks it out for Ship. Homestead 33, Warsaw 22. About 7 minutes left here in the fourth quarter of play. Warsaw only 2 points in the second half as Sanders scores down low for the Tigers. Warsaw now up to 4 points in this half. They scored 2 in the third quarter, 2 in the fourth quarter. Parker, 3 for the Spartans. That's too short as Wayne gets the rebound for the Lady Tigers. Warsaw on possession, 33-24, 6:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Wayne has it for the Tigers. Hands it over to Ryman. Homestead now only up by 9 points right now. Ryman along the right side crosses over Sullivan. She feeds the post for Sander, loses it. Graber recovers it for the Spartans. Starks has it. She crosses half court. Mid-range jump shot for Starks. She misses it badly. Offensive rebound goes to Parker. Starks has the top of the key. Cannot find her shot tonight. Graber back to Starks. Parker on the right side. Down low to Lucas, out to Parker. Starks has it now. Sullivan takes a 3. That's no good. Sullivan really doesn't shoot the ball much. Not the greatest shooter when she does shoot it, as Homestead leads 33-24, 6:07 in the fourth quarter. Swing checks in for Lucas for the Spartans.
And still just 6 points in this half for Homestead. Still a very, very low scoring half.
33-24, 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Homestead leads. Ryman crosses the timeline, finds Ship on the left side. Back to Ryman at the Homestead Spartan logo. Krebs on the right side. Bounce pass down low to Grimm. Grimm pass is stolen by Starks. Wide open lane as she scores in transition. Solaire Starks scores for the Spartans now. 35-24 is the score. 5:38 to go in the fourth quarter. Homestead leads, 11-point lead. Ball knocked around again. Sullivan almost stole it for the Spartans, as I believe it will stay with Warsaw. Sullivan nearly stole the ball for the Spartans, as Kara Geely and Anna Patterson check in this game, as Grace Sullivan and Riley Parker go to the bench.
Sullivan hasn't scored in this one, but she has played some great defense, made a huge impact on the defensive side of the ball.
35-24, less than 5.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Warsaw ball, Krebs has it. Ream, top of the key. Ship has it on the left side. She finds Grimm. Dangerous pass for Ryman, stolen by the Spartans again. Geely has a wide open layup as she scores in transition. Homestead now up to 37 points. Warsaw still at 24. 5:03 to go in the third quarter as a timeout is called by head coach Lenny Krebs, and what do you think he is telling his team to get back in this one?
Well, you got to shoot the ball. You got to find a way to do something on the offensive side of the ball. Haven't been able to do that all half. Scored just 4 points in the second half, close to halfway through the fourth quarter. So they got to find something to draw up, but obviously hasn't worked so far. But I think you just got to start letting it fly from three, hope some of them drop. And don't turn the ball over, because right now Homestead getting a lot of their points in transition. Have really struggled in half-court offensive sets, but in transition have been very good getting out and running and finishing on the other end.
So Homestead girls lead 37-24, 5:03 left in the fourth quarter. In case you missed it from a few minutes ago, the Homestead boys lead 16-13 over Columbia City. That game is currently at halftime right now. We will try to get you some more score updates, but that is likely not going to finish before this one ends, as the fourth quarter is a few minutes into the fourth quarter, that one only at halftime. So Homestead up 37-24, 5:03 left in the fourth quarter. They started off really slow on the offensive end. They played well in the final three quarters, as it will be Warsaw ball on the sideline. Maddie Ryman inbound for the Tigers. She inbounds to her sister, Kenzie Ryman, the 5'6" sophomore guard. Ryman finds Ship, closely guarded by Starks. Ball knocks around. She eventually recovers it, picks up her dribble, hands it off to Ryman. Ship has it on the right side, guarded by Starks closely. Once again, a dangerous pass is stolen by the Spartans. Patterson has it. She goes down low as a foul is called on Warsaw. Patterson tried to push in transition. I believe it was called a blocking foul, not a shooting foul, so Patterson will not go to the line. Spartans ball under their own basket as Ship checks out of this game for Warsaw. Homestead ball. Geely inbounds to Patterson. Patterson puts up a shot, somehow gets it to go. 39-24, 4:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Ayanna Patterson scores her 10th point of the game. Wayne with the ball, closely guarded by Starks on the right side, takes it back out. Looks like Geely almost tried to kick the ball, but Ryman has it now. Ball knocked around, stolen by the Spartans again. Geely has it. Over to Starks, drives along the baseline, puts up a shot, and she scores. Starks really struggling on this one, but she knocked down a few shots below the basket. 41-24, 17-point lead as we approach 4 minutes in this fourth quarter. Homestead has forced numerous turnovers the past few possessions on Warsaw. Ryman with the ball for the Tigers. Wayne takes a three. That's no good. Rebounded by Patterson for the Spartans. She wants to push in transition. Goes behind her back. She throws up a shot as I believe she tripped. There was not an initial foul called. I believe there wasn't a foul called later. That was on Abby Sander for Warsaw. Sydney Graber actually the one that will shoot the free throws for Homestead. 41-24, 3:42 to go in the fourth quarter. Graber at the line for the Spartans, about a 67% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first one for the Spartans as Patterson checks out of this one, as Sophia Buck checks in for the Spartans. It's the first time she's played in this one. So 42-24 is the score. 3:42 to go in the fourth quarter. Homestead leads over Warsaw in some girls basketball non-conference action. Graber makes the second free throw. Lead is extended to 19, 43-24, 3:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Homestead over Warsaw. Wayne has it on the right side for the Tigers. Dribbles around on the right side. She eventually finds Krebs. She tries to pass down low to Harrison as Harrison is fouled. Neither team in the bonus quite yet, so that foul was on Solaire Starks. By the way, for the Spartans, that was only her second, but 3:28 left in the fourth quarter, likely not going to matter. 43-24, Homestead leads over Warsaw. Ryman has the ball for the Tigers at the top of the key. Just dribbling the ball, not in a rush to score, as they're down by 19, about 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Warsaw will need to score quick. Wayne has it on the right side. Dribbles top of the key. Wayne drives inside, loses the ball. Recovered by her teammate Krebs. Double team now beyond the arc. Ryman has it. Warsaw no rush to score, down 19, 3 minutes to go. 43-24. Homestead leads. Ryman goes inside, throws up a shot. She gets fouled, does not make the shot. She will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Ryman shot quite a few free throws this year. A decent free throw shooter at 69.1%. Warsaw now down 19 with 2:56 left. This one's pretty much over.
As Ryman makes the first free throw, as Abby Sander checks in for Kendall Wayne. Abby Sander, the tallest player on this Warsaw team, 6'1", junior forward, leads the team in blocks. Second free throw is no good by Ryman. Rebound to the Spartans. Swing, shovels off to Geely. Cross-court pass for Stark. She takes a three. Can she hit it? That's no good. She misses it. Rebound is fought for by two teammates. Warsaw try to fight for it, and that's never a good sign as they turn the ball over right on the sideline. Had the clear rebound as one player stepped out of bounds. A Homestead ball, 43-25, 2:45 to go in the fourth quarter. They lead. Graber has the ball right under the basket as she is fouled. So quite a few fouls in the past few possessions here. As Julia Huey about to check in for the Spartans, as that foul was on Abby Sander for Warsaw. That was only her second foul. So Sydney Graber at the line for the Spartans. Graber knocks down the first free throw in this one. As Julia Huey checks in to this game for Solaire Starks. Huey has not played in this one yet for the Spartans. Graber, second free throw is up, and that is good. So Homestead now by 20 points, 45-25, 2:40 to go in the fourth quarter. What a dominant defensive performance in this second half for the Spartans. Ball was kicked around by Geely, a kickball violation as Sullivan, Lucas, and Seifert checks into this game for the Spartans as Geely and Sydney Graber along with Haley Swing take a seat on the bench. So Homestead, all their bench players in right now. They've really turned it around. They were down early in this one. Currently have a 20-point lead, 2:34 to go in the fourth quarter, 45-25. Ryman on the attack for the Tigers, hands it off to Krebs. Krebs top of the key, guarded by Lucas, takes a three. Bullseye! What a shot there by Kaitlin Krebs for Warsaw. 45-28, the lead is cut to 2:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Spartans have the ball. Sullivan calls to slow it down. Homestead could just hold the ball now. Up by 17, about 2 minutes to go. Buck has the ball. Gives it to Seifert, top of the key, right side for Sullivan. Huey, you know she's going to take a three. She takes a three. That's no good. Rebound goes to Ryman for the Tigers. Under 2 minutes to go, they trail by 17 points. Krebs on the left corner. She takes another three. That's no good. Rebounded by Buck for the Spartans. 45-28, 1:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Homestead leads over Warsaw. Sullivan makes a defender fall. Buck has it on the right side beyond the arc. Sullivan in the right corner. She's going to take a three. That's an air ball. Ball knocked around. Krebs originally had it. Huey tried to knock it out of bounds. They say, I believe that was a turnover on Warsaw. I'm not sure if they call it travel or she stepped out of bounds, but either way, Homestead ball. Sullivan to inbound under her own basket. 45-28, 1:33 to go in the fourth quarter. Buck has it on the left side for the Spartans. Huey hands it off to Sullivan on the top of the key, down to less than a minute and a half to go in this game. Lucas top of the key, Huey on the right side. 45-28, Homestead leads, 1:20 left in the fourth quarter. They will call a traveling violation there on Julia Huey as Warsaw will get the ball. It'll take a miracle for them to come back on this one.
At the minute 18 left, down 17, it will take a miracle. You are correct with that assessment.
Ryman on the right side for the Tigers, top of the key now. Guarded by Huey, ball knocked around by Huey. She loses it, hands it off to her teammate, Maddie Ryman. She steps into a weird-looking three-point shot. She misses it, rebound goes to the Spartans. Lucas has it, ball knocked around by Sullivan. She eventually recovers the ball. Down to 55 seconds to go, Homestead up by 17. Sullivan crosses the timeline, Buck has it. Homestead likely to hold the ball for the rest of this 48 seconds. Buck just loses the ball, now she falls down. Kenzie Ryman on the other end. She misses a wide open layup, rebound goes to Seifert. Lucas has it for the Spartans. Huey has a wide open layup, is she gonna take it? She takes it and she makes it. Coach Parker probably not too happy about that one, not the greatest show of sportsmanship as they already had quite a wide lead. Ryman on the other end for the Tigers, 47-28, 24 seconds to go. Ryman drives inside, puts up a shot. She scores. I believe they will count the basket and she will go to the line. So 47-30, 21.2 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Really a great defensive performance by the Spartans in this one. Warsaw not a great offensive team, but they've held them well below their season average to 49.4, currently at 30.
Ryman's free throw is good as we have some players check in. We have Mackenzie Sokol checking in to this one for the Tigers, along with Audrey Grimm. As Abby Sander takes a seat on the bench. Spartans have the ball, 20 seconds to go. Homestead 47, Warsaw 30. Sullivan, Lucas across the timeline, likely to hold it now down to 10 seconds. I'm not even sure if they're going to take a shot. They might. Up 17, 4 seconds to go. Huey takes a three. Oh, that was so close. Seifert at the buzzer. Shot is no good. Seifert nearly scored as Homestead wins this one. 47-31. What a dominant defensive performance after the first few minutes of the first quarter. Warsaw scored 10 early points in this one. Homestead held them to pretty much nothing the final 3.5 quarters or so as they win this one 47-31, and they improve to 20-2 on the season. Warsaw falls to 12-7 on the season overall.
Homestead with a great performance, especially after the first quarter. Came out a little slow, got down 10-2, but it was all Spartans from then on. Their offense didn't play a great game, but they really got a lot of points in transition. Riley Parker had some big shots, and you can't say enough about the way the defense played. Held them to just 11 points in that second half in total. Once they just made some defensive adjustments, Warsaw really struggled out there, couldn't do anything, could barely even move the ball to get an open shot.
As we have a score update from the Homestead boys game, they lead 31-25 after 3 quarters, so still a quarter of play. Anything could happen. Traveling trophy on the line. That's a very intense game to keep an eye out for the score. We're likely not going to be on the air long enough to give you the final score on that one, but Homestead girls, they win it 47-31. I mentioned a dominant defensive performance in this one. They started out really, really slow on offense. They held Warsaw to only 2 points in the third quarter. And Donnie, you have a scoring summary for us.
Well, for Homestead, it wasn't their best offensive game, scoring just 47 points. You got to give some credit to the Lady Tigers for the defense they played in this one. But Homestead was led in scoring by Riley Parker, who had 13. Ayanna Patterson also in double figures in this one. She had 10. Solaire Starks, despite a really poor shooting performance from the field, did have 8 points, made some good plays in transitions. Haley Swing, she had 7. I believe Sydney Graber had 6, and Kara Geely and Julia Huey each with 2. And then for the Warsaw Lady Tigers, they were led in scoring by their leading scorer on the year, Maddie Ryman, who did have 11 points in this one. Caitlin Krebs had some big shots, hit the bullseye a couple of times. She had 9 points. Abby Sander had 8, and Hallie Ship had 3, so only 4 Warsaw players score in this one. You're going to need a lot more than that, but they only were able to put up 31 points, so not a good offensive performance for the Lady Tigers in this one.
They started off very, very well on offense. I believe they scored 20 points in the first half, only 11 in the second half, and I believe what Homestead, they were down something like 10-8 at the end of the first quarter. I mentioned the last time they scored 8 points in the first quarter, they were down 13-8 to Carroll a few months ago. They ended up winning that one by 35 points. Homestead ends up getting the 16-point win, not quite as dominant as that, but they really turned it around the rest of the game. And Donnie, who would you call your Arby's We Have the Meat's hungriest player of the game?
I would give this award to Ayanna Patterson, who had 10, pushed the ball in transition a lot, made a lot of good plays on the defensive and offensive side of the ball. So Ayanna Patterson, despite not being the leading scorer, would probably be my player of the game.
So Homestead, once again, they win it 47-31 over Warsaw in a non-conference battle. Homestead now, they have 3 games remaining on the schedule in their regular season. They take on Northside at home this Friday. Northside 5-13 on the season, so I don't know if I should say we should count that as a win for this Spartan team, but definitely not the greatest of teams. Next Monday, they take to the road to take on Heritage Christian, who is 12-5. There's no broadcast for that game. That's next Monday. And next Friday, they travel to Northrop to take on Northrop, a decent team in the SAC. They have played better in the non-conference. Northrop 2-5 in the conference, but 10-7 overall. So that's the final 3 games of the regular season for Homestead. And before we leave, we want to give a quick thanks to some of our sponsors, including Casa Ristorante, Moe's Southwest Grill, Arby's at Coventry, and Marco's Pizza at Illinois and Scott Road. We also want to give a very special thanks to our board operators and Mr. Andy Dunn, back in the studio for their off-site producing, along with on-site producer Mr. Adam Schenkel for taking care of the arena and technology. Once again, your final score is Homestead 47, Warsaw 31. For Donnie Harmon, I'm Matt Salfrank. Thank you for listening to another presentation of Homestead Spartan basketball on the .91 FM. Enjoy what is left of your Tuesday, and we will see you right back here Friday as Homestead will be taking on Northside in a boys-girls doubleheader, with the girls game to start at 6 and the boys game to follow. Signing off from Homestead High School, this has been another Homestead High School athletic event presented on the .91 FM.